guys, so I'm back with the, this is the content for subscribers and members only. So we were going through magazines. I'm going to do now a 20-minute video on just how to go through a magazine and pick out things that you might want to use in your collage. And in the little 1-minute video, we picked out 2 pieces of text, Sweet Sugar and Tell Us Your Dreams. And then this lovely lady, and the reason why I picked this lady and did not pick this lady is you can see the difference. She's more contrasty, so I can see how the light is working on her face, whereas she's kind of flatly lit, which is totally appropriate for this particular ad, and this is totally appropriate lighting for this particular ad. So I've seen people put sort of gesso over photographs like this, and then you can sort of reconstruct the face in your drawing, and in this way you can perhaps learn to draw. It's very useful for me, and I can do a video about how I do that if you guys want to. Just let me know. I'm happy to do videos about anything. Last week someone asked me if I could do a video about how going through magazines, and so here we are. Okay, let's see. I mean, this is nice. I like the building. If you're doing something with a building, you know, like I said, I'm so over Santa right now. Okay, we got through, and this is funny because this looks like it is probably a magazine from back in the day. Oh, no, from Christmas. Okay, I kind of like these little art pieces there. This is the artist, so I should probably, like, I talked about how I was going to start giving credit to artists that I use collage in, and so this is, like, part of it is you have to sort of, you know, get her name and everything. But you can do that quickly by ripping her name out as well. This is cute. If I was doing something for kids, I would take this, but I don't have kids, and sometimes I just get so tired of listening to all y'all talk about your kids that I'm not going to pull any kid shit out. Funny, because my 2 main subscribers are like me, child-free. They're probably tired of hearing about your kids too. Don't let them fool you. As you guys can see, I'm trying, oops, I just knocked the camera. I'm trying out a new, setup. I talked last week and in some other videos about possibly upgrading my setup, and I had like a huge backlash. I love the way this looks. Is the photographer? No, there's no one given credit there. And yeah, so people were like, no, I don't want you to upgrade it. I want you to keep it sassy like it is. And when I say sassy, oh yeah, this was from 2018. Funny, when they say sassy, they mean just like sort of a little bit messy. I record these and then I put them up. They're not live streamed just because I don't have that particular desire just yet. You know what I like about this? I like, again, the same thing as the woman's face. Okay, so here's the artist here, so at least I'm doing it. The same thing as the woman's face. I can look at this and sort of figure out, this is a very simple, you know, like ink and wash, and looking at it, it helps me to sort of break it down how the artist did it, and perhaps to sort of copy it and then to make it my own. So that's kind of, you know, the purpose of copying. All right, I'm a Loino graduate, so yeah, we're just gonna bypass all of anything having to do with 2-lane. Oh, that's horrific. See, some people would find that great. I'm vegetarian. I think it looks gross. Creepy dude here. Fascinated with purses and shoes. For a person who is sort of a self-proclaimed minimalist, I have a lot of purses and shoes. I mean, it's just, I quite like these things. Sometimes like these little jewelry things. Again, I forgot to look on the back, but whatever. So, you know, this or this or this. This, by the way, is what I call my nouns. My nouns. Nouns are here. So person, place, or thing. These are too big to be nouns. You know, this cut down to be a noun. All right. Well, I love this little bear. Actually, I love these things, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful and considerate about this particular one, which is to say that, like, oh yeah, I want this one, not interested in that one, although who knows, I might come back and be like, oh, I need that. So it's basically this set that I'm interested in. And I actually have another box that this would go in, which is like my paperwork, my collage paperwork. Throw stuff away, Danita. My collage paperwork, which is stuff that I do if I'm like watching Netflix or something like that. You know, I might. Ooh. Brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key. Why would somebody just have a brand new key? It just doesn't make sense, does it? What got a brand new pair of roller skates? You got a brand new key. That's definitely. Oh, look what I did here is I threw this stuff in here. I don't know why. It accidentally got mixed up in this magazine, but this is like really weird. This I found on the internet and just printed it out. So it's like a language, a universal language, pictorial language that happened all over the world. They found this universal language all over the world. They haven't cracked the code yet, but these are the symbols. And I've already cut some of the symbols out and used them in my collage just in case, I don't know, like people who can speak that universal language might be like, oh. Also fascinated with, oh, here we go. So I love these. This is like, so this is a carpet. So it is a person, place, or thing, but it is also a background, and that's how I would probably use that as a background. Okay. Oh, yay. This is the one I was after, though. Person, place, or thing. A noun is a person, place, or thing. Oh. Interesting. Obviously, this was a Christmas magazine, so they've, in the ads, started to pump out the idea of Mardi Gras, because Mardi Gras happens like Mardi Gras season starts as the Epiphany, you know, sort of this, is it the Epiphany is the 6th of January, which is also 12th night. Nothing here, nothing here. Oh, you know what? This is kind of cool, though. This is like, could be a background, so it's like a whole page of this, but I won't go so far as to like pull this out and all that. Sometimes you can find some cool shit in the ads. That's it. So basically now I've got this mess what's going on here, right? So what the fuck am I going to do with this? I just made a mess out of this. Well, now this would go, let's just get rid of this. I mean, there's always a question, just throw it away because it keeps coming back to you. You're never going to regret, oh, I didn't keep that little bit of paper, I wish I would have. So the next thing I do with these is something like this, which is like, if I need to glue something and I don't want to make a big mess here, I just pull this out and then I will use this to glue it on. So I'll do that if I have to glue something on. So, so that's basically how I do those. And I am not going to carry on with those because I wanted to show you guys something that I've been working on. So first of all, I haven't worked too much on these. Remember these? We did these like last time. So it's just like, let's see where we got. I had this one, didn't do anything there, I had this one. You guys remember these? You know, did I do anything there? No. I found that one, which was so cool. And then this was from the toilet paper roll. So anyway, I haven't gotten too far on these. And, you know, what I like to do is I'll just stack them up and, like, work on them as I feel the need to. Like, today I needed something like that, so I put that together. And all I did is take the toilet paper roll that we had and I gessoed it. So that's it. So now it's, like, ready. It's got a little bit of tooth, and you could paint a scene on it. So I haven't done much work on that, but I wanted to show you that I did at least gesso a little bit. And like I said, I can run through it where I do a whole video on just messing around with these. But I wanted to show you guys these books that I've been preparing. I'm so excited about them. So I did a bad thing, which is that I went to Dollar Tree. And I got sucked in by some video that I watched that said, oh, you need to go out and buy composition books and make them your own. Well, I went to Dollar Tree and bought them, and I don't know, I wouldn't recommend them. So here are the ones that I bought, and I'm gonna show you these in a minute. But they're not like the ones that you're used to. They're super freaking cheaply made. I don't know from where, whatever. Like, even, you know, they're very cheaply made, so you just need to be aware of that. And then also the paper is so ridiculously thin and cheaply made that I don't even know. I mean, normally I love it, but really the only thing I could think you could do with it you can't do anything wet without, like, risking tearing. And even the dry stuff, because I mark so hard, I'm risking. So anyway, I love what I'm doing with these right now, but it's just ridiculous. This one I have had forever, and it is this book that I've been working on forever called Some Good Rules to Live By. And so I've been working on this one, and this is a different animal altogether from these. I don't remember where I bought this, but not at the dollar store, definitely. So the big difference is the cover. It is solid hard. So these don't have a hard cover. They're just like, I don't even know what this is. It's light cardstock. It's harder than paper, but it's not like this one. Okay, so and this one I've just been embellishing all along. And I even just recently, like, ripped some pages out because I just want to redo them. And I recently just covered an entire page over here with gesso so that you can barely see what was there before. So anyway, this book has just this list of things that I feel are important to live by. You know, support your local library with cash, because they, you know, are amazing. Always shop secondhand, or try to shop secondhand as much as you can. I know you can't always do it. This is one that I am building some page for. See, they get all sticky when you start working on them. One, rule is lean into it. One is be present, have fun, do good. That is all. This is another thing I'm trying to figure out, is like how to sort of add to this so that this becomes one page. So this is a whole question of construction as well. Like, see how I've cut some pages out, because with these, if you pull a page out on this side or you pull a page out on this side, it has a corresponding pull to some other place in the book. So the kind of other weird thing about these is that it's like they're long pages that are just basically folded in half as one huge signature. So these are not broken up into different signatures. They are just one huge signature. So your page here will correspond to, the same page here. So if I pull this out, this one is going to come out as well. So anyway, these pages I've been working on forever. And I just recently came back to them because of these, because I bought these and I was like, wait a minute, I have this other book that I've been working on as well. So I am going to do a combination. And a lot of people do this where they will work on several books at one time. And I really like the practice, because I like the books to dry on their own, because if they dry on their own, then you can, without applying heat, without rushing it too much, if you just give it a couple of days, then they won't be sticky. I know I just unstuck one. See, this is the center of this book, and I can tell because it's got, I can see, this is the only place that you can see the string, except where I've been aggressive in pulling stuff out. So anyway, this one I've been working on for years, literally years. Who knows when I'm going to finish this one. So this is my own book that I'm going to publish when I am finished with it, and I will also be selling the original. Okay, so let's take a look at what I've been doing in these ones then. So this one I haven't done too much to the cover. I just did some rub-ons and some washi tape and some stickers, and that's it. So I will be working more on the cover. So I tried to make this completely opaque. I'll probably give this another coat of something so that it will be completely opaque, or just more opaque than this. So this is just all laying down paint. And remember I showed you that thing that I did with the cardstock we were working with, with the top of the gesso. I did it here as well. And this is why I really love, letting them dry. If you work on a lot at the same time, then you can give these time to dry while you're working on other ones. So this is just straight up, bizarrely, I found this technique on the internet, and this is one time where I did use the hair dryer on this, was that I marked this up with water soluble cheap markers that I got at dollar store, and sprayed water, and it started to drip down, and then I moved the paint around with the blow dryer, and that's what created these hard edges. And I really loved the background effect of this, and then I just started drawing flowers on it. So these are just kind of, as you see, just half done. I'm setting them up for myself or someone else. If someone else decides to buy this, I'm setting it up for them. So as you can see, as we get further along, they get less developed. So this is just me gluing together 3 pages, because honestly, that's about the amount that I have found that will work. So I've just started gluing together the 3 pages, and you'll see that some of them, are still wrinkled, and I actually ironed them, and some of them I put edges on with washi tape or with masking tape that you guys know is my fave. This one, I did a coat of paint, then I put the masking and washi on it, then I did a coat, or I think only on this side, of gesso, and it was pretty thick. You can see I laid it on pretty thick. That is actually 1 page, and on the other side is gesso. So I think if you do layers of gesso, then it gives it a little bit more heft, but just not really that much. Like this is just one layer of gesso and it's like falling apart. Alexa, stop. So I was gonna do a 20-minute video, but I just wanted to show you guys quickly. So anyway, I'm gonna go throughout these and do the same thing. So it prepares the pages for when it's time to use them as a journal. And again, I wanted to remind you about the signature, just one fat signature. So this is where you might remove. And just from my experience now, I would say just remove one side of a page at a time. Rip. I can just do it here. Can I? Yes, so just ripping one side very carefully like that. And then the other side should very carefully, you can very carefully wiggle it out because this is cheap, super cheap. And we all know that when it's super cheap, you have to give it like a lot of care. Anyway. So that's that one, and then this one I am working on a butterfly theme, so you can see that I'm still working on this, and just giving it gives it a bit of, you know, sort of heft when you add some another layer to the front and the back. So that's one thing to do. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. This is just from a calendar, but I wanted to go with the butterfly theme. And then I haven't done anything here yet, but just started with, again, the water-soluble markers. This is gesso and water-soluble, which I really loved this one. This is just paint. Again, just paint and paint. So again, I'm doing this thing where I'm doing 3 pages and then putting some kind of color down. So I'm going to just try some mandala. This is, you know, it just keeps going on and on. But if I use this notebook eventually, then I will fill in the mandala, and if somebody else buys the notebook, then they'll fill in the mandala themselves. So, and this is just like experimentation with the first layer of collage, which is supposed to be just, you know, blah, nothing. And then carrying on with, you know, 1, 2, 3. So I've just glued these down. I haven't even continued. I mean, it takes a long time. So this one is same thing here. I've done, you know, put some collage on the front, and I'll carry it on in the back, and then the same theme carries on throughout. But then I've got washi tape and color, again, paint, and so this one is just, you know, same thing. This one I experimented with sewing, which was okay, but it doesn't, for some, obviously the glue gives it heft, right? So the glue is making it stand up, where there's no glue here. So it's a bit, you know, bendy. But, I mean, I like it. I like the way that it would happen. So these I'm still working on. So, anyway, what I said was like, oh my God, these are so cheap. And I feel so bad. Like, why don't I just make one myself? And so I just had this from trash. This is basically like trash, you know, basically trash. So I'm working on this one. And I thought, fuck, I'm not buying these ever again. This is what I'm going to do from now on. I know I've said that in the past. And then I go to Dollar Tree and they like trick me. I don't know what they do, but then I'm walking out with like 20 items and I'm like, shit, what just happened? Here's a book that I'm working on from my friend, Maggie. And I'm working on this little object, and you might remember this, is the toilet paper roll. So I'm going to cut that out, and it'll give this little photograph a bit of backing. It's still wet, so I'm not going to touch it now, and then I'm going to put some flowers there. But I just made this picture for this book from my friend Maggie. And if you guys are interested in this, just let me know. Get in touch. Let me know what kind of videos you're interested in. I am so happy you joined me this morning. Where? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where's my coffee? This is only going out to subscribers, so you guys know me, like, so if I burp or sniffle or whatever, you know it's me. Thanks a lot, Journal Freaks. I really appreciate you guys taking this journey with me, and leave me some notes in the comment. Leave me some things to think about. Leave me some shit that you guys have done as a result of this. Hey, let's create together. Hey, Have a great one.